Alrighty, good day everyone. How you going? Dolphin Pants in the chat. As always, thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate you supporting the live streams here. I have a lot of fun doing it, but you joining us so quickly, especially, always makes me feel like I'm not so alone. But unfortunately, you got the sick Drew today. I've been a bit crook, and I guess realistically, I should be in bed, but I really don't want to miss out on reacting to a direct, even if it is a partnership direct. I do always enjoy these, and honestly, I kind of already know what to expect from Nintendo themselves, so I'm really sort of keen to see what the third parties are doing, because we haven't really gotten any yet, apart from the initial launch, but there are so many games that I want to have access to on Switch too. I really enjoy using the system, so hopefully we actually get some games today, which would be good. Hopefully dated, hopefully not too far away. Stuff like, Elden Ring was already announced, but there's a heap of stuff from Sega that I want to get access to. JRPGs, especially on the handheld platform. I'll also really like to see maybe some updates to like existing games like Persona 5 and especially Persona 5. I'd love to get an update to that. Just like stuff I wanted to play, but I want Switch 2 versions of them. I want it 1080p on my handheld. I don't want to play the original Switch version, so upgrades would be great. Even if they are the Switch 2 editions for third-party games, that'd be fantastic. So what have you said here, Dolphin Pants? Hey, no worries, my man. I'm a bit hesitant if this will not be anything crazy, so happy to have someone to watch it with. And I agree. I usually watch, some of the live streams I'm not so just overhyped for. Usually like a Nintendo Direct, I'll watch reactions afterwards, but as far as like maybe partner showcases or like maybe like a Ubisoft press conference or Microsoft or whatever, I usually like to watch, some of the podcasters and things that I listen to. So I totally get that. At least during the boring bits where they go over some of the mobile announcements or something, you can sort of just just pass out a little bit. If they want to shock the world, they will give a date for Silksong. That would be pretty cool. I do wonder, like they have said that it is this year. It's playable at Gamescom on the Xbox Ally X, and everyone's kind of excited about that. But at the same time, I played it back at PAX in 2019. So it being playable on a show floor really doesn't do much for me, but I'm just sort of sat here right now looking at the chat on Nintendo's chat just for the Direct itself, and pretty much it's a lot of Silksong. There's a lot of other stuff. I'm seeing GTA, Super Princess Peach 2, but then a lot of other stuff. People are like really excited about Persona 3 Reload. I would love Persona 3 Reload. I reckon that would be fantastic. All of that, but yeah. It's just, there's a lot of stuff. 25 minutes or 24 minutes, whatever it was confirmed to be. It's a decent amount of time. If they go at a decent pace, hopefully, like, games don't get, 3 5-minute trailers each. I'd like to have, like, a bunch of stuff coming out, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to get my hopes up too high, but yeah, I definitely want to just play more third-party stuff on Switch too, because this thing can definitely handle it. So I'd like to see how it does it. Call of Duty, right? Nintendo Activision made that agreement. I was thinking about that, whether it will be this year, it will be next year. It seems like Activision does have dev kits because Tony Hawk 3+4 just came out recently. So Activision does have dev kits along with the other publishers. So, don't know. It'd be kind of cool. Sorry about the coughs. But yeah, we won't see any gameplay here because we haven't had like a gameplay reveal for Black Ops 7. So we're not going to actually get some gameplay. But yeah, I totally would love to play it on Switch. It'll be a lot of fun. And honestly, like the Pro Controller, I absolutely love it. So the more games I can play, especially like twin stick shooters or first person shooters, all of that stuff that use 2 sticks, that's kind of like my go-to controller for that. So I'm actually looking forward to being able to do that, which would be pretty cool. So whenever it comes, I'd like to play it, but Call of Duty is also such an expensive game, and I'm not super into it. So and I've got an Xbox, 2 used for Game Pass. So it's one of those things like, man, I want it on Switch, but maybe if Black Ops 7 is really good and I'll be going back to it over years and years, kind of like I did with Black Ops 2 on Wii U. That was like the last Call of Duty I got on a Nintendo platform. And that was a lot of fun. I actually really liked that game. The gameplay and integration for the map and that was kind of cool. So yeah, that was pretty neat. So I might do the same again for this. Black Ops 7. Yeah, I'm not like super stoked that they've gone Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 like in a row. It really annoyed me just with Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 a few years ago. It's like, man, just hold it back. Like, it was good that Black Ops 6 came out because it was a really good product. People really liked it. Black Ops was back. It was a numbered, sequel. But now they've gone straight to 7. So I'm not that optimistic about how good it is. But maybe you'll get the free Warzone Battle Royale. Maybe. Like, there's lots of different possibilities. Like, it just depends. Like, Activision, where they were talking about in the Microsoft trials, they were very much just like, hey, look, we missed the boat with Switch. And they kind of regret that. Like, how many years in advance their games are in development, like between their multi-studios working on Call of Duty. Even those 8 years, like if they slept on it for a couple of years, they're already that far behind. And I guess they decided that wasn't quite worth the effort since they were that far behind. But hopefully they've decided, especially now with Microsoft just wanting to put their stuff everywhere, that they are looking to get the game some success. So fingers crossed. I mean, I'm not going to be that upset if I don't see Call of Duty. In fact, I don't really anticipate it, but it's mainly just like the Japanese publishers, to be honest with you. Like, I think a big one is just seeing Capcom, seeing if they rock up with Monster Hunter Wilds. I know that game like struggles on like PC and it doesn't run the best on base PS5 and things like that. So unless they've had the time to really optimize it, who knows if that's able to run efficiently on Switch too. But a lot of the other stuff, like the Resident Evil 4 remake, 2 remake, all of that stuff may as well just flood on over. That'd be good. Wildcard pick, Rare Replay coming to Switch 2 with DK64 included. Wouldn't that be nice? I'd really like that. I think the only reason like that game specifically wouldn't be ported necessarily is because like Rare Replay on Xbox One, it utilized a lot of the backwards compatibility from the Xbox 360 on Xbox One. So like, the Xbox 360 games, the Xbox games, they were just running on backwards compatibility. They weren't necessarily ported. So that's going to be a massive port job for them. And I also think that Microsoft, they're in a completely different space now that, they're not selling it to Xbox customers. They're not enticing them to buy the same game like they are with Halo Master Chief Collection, Rare Replay. They were doing that out of a place of desperation with the original Xbox One. But now, man, they're the biggest publisher going around. They've got the biggest IP with Call of Duty. You're going to buy all of that stuff one by one, and you're going to like it. And there's also no way a Microsoft game is going to include DK64. There's no way Nintendo will allow that because they still have the rights to that. But it looks like we're almost time. It's almost time to go. Let's make this big bad boy big. We'll turn the sound on. Is that too loud? Let me know. It's pretty loud on my end. Let's turn it down for me. Looks a bit loud. Let me turn it down on OBS. Might just because it's the music. Sorry if that blew your ears out. Let me know, Dolphin Pants, how the audio's going. And enjoy the direct. Show me some video games. Please. Turn it up a little bit so it's a little bit low maybe. Let me know if it's alright like that. Partner Showcase. What is first up? Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, here we go. Is this one of those Monster Hunter RPGs? Looks like it. I forgot the name of it. Is that Link? Hells yeah.
Our ignorance is proving fatal. The encroachment threatens to drive our people out of house and
I
home.
bought the second version of this game, but it ran awfully on Switch, so I never played through it.
To the brink of war.
And you are the sole Rathalos rider in Azuria.
My people have been driven into a corner, and the point of no return.
Man, the game looks
looming
awesome.
Before us.
Can't afford not to go. Ratha! They won't be for long.
Story 3, that's awesome. Cool.
I can hear them. Two sounds. Overlapping each other.
Next year.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on games from our publishing and development partners. What you just saw was Monster Hunter Stories 3: Twisted Reflection, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 next year. We hope you're looking forward to another grand adventure in the Monster Hunter universe.
I love the art style.
Today,
It looks
we'll
beautiful.
present games coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems.
Don't worry about Switch
Before
1.
a game is shown, you'll see the logo of the system the game will launch on here.
I don't need Switch 1. We're done.
If both logos are shown, the game will launch on both platforms.
Okay. Training
Okay,
us.
first up,
Fair enough.
let's take a look at some upcoming Nintendo Switch games.
Switch
Let
games.
the good times roll.
I want Switch 2
By
games.
Royal Decree, a brand new game in the Katamari Damacy series.
Yeah, it doesn't
is
look like it was
rolling onto
exclusive.
Nintendo Switch.
Whereas like the other one was
Roll your Katamari
first one's
through
exclusive to the
historic
3DS
eras
for a
like
while,
Age of
then
Japan and more.
2 was
It's
exclusive
a
to
time-hopping
Switch, I
trip
think.
through the ages to restore the universe for the king of all cosmos.
I've only got ported elsewhere.
Use helpful items to roll your Katamari like royalty and customize the prince and cousins looks to your liking. In addition, roll out with friends in online multiplayer. Make a big Katamari and earn the most points to be
You're a
crowned
big
the winner.
Katamari fan, Dolphin Pants?
Plus, the iconic music is back with an all-new soundtrack featuring new and returning music artists from the series' history.
The soundtrack is bopping.
Get ready to rock and roll through the ages when Once Upon a Katamari launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
See, I need a Switch 2 version. I don't want to play at 720
The
on
dance
handheld.
floor is calling.
Don't do this to us. Actually, I tell you what. Am I gonna? I just realised. Skip ahead a little bit. I was like a few seconds behind, so I don't mind catching up. Just ahead. Joshua Cornell, how you going? I'm looking comfy. I'm a bit crooked tonight, so yeah, I've got the onesie on, and I'm enjoying being comfortable. And I'm about to get copyright struck like shit because of this. Just dance off for a house brawl. That would be a fun idea. The only thing is, like, we don't have the game. I mean, there could be the potential of like trying to get a review code to do that. I guess.
Next up, our games heading to
But,
Nintendo Switch
yeah.
2.
I think I would honestly
including some games that
enjoy
will
it,
also
to be honest,
available on
but-
Nintendo Switch.
Nah.
Battle Beyond the Limit.
Cool. This one's coming. On original Switch as well.
Charge up and unleash your fighting spirit in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the latest in the Arena Battler series.
Nice. I actually did buy this on PlayStation and
Enter the fray with over
Just never got around to playing it.
180 fighters in episode battle mode. Relive iconic Dragon Ball stories
Oh, you-
from the
that's
perspectives
Kampai.
of
Ah.
8 characters,
There you going, dude.
including Goku.
I got the man flu for
Follow
sure.
your own path and redefine
Hasn't
history
stopped me
with
from going to
alternate
work,
versions
but-
of those encounters.
I'm on the farm,
In
so it's not
custom
like I'm
battle mode,
getting other people
you
infected or
choose the
anything. It's
fighters
just
stages,
Haven't pulled the man flu
to
card
create
just
your
yet.
own scenarios. Then share them online with players around the world.
It's pretty cool this game is coming to the original Switch as well.
Plus, now you can duke it out with motion controls using the Joy-Con 2 or Joy-Con controllers. Immerse yourself in
We
the
can throw
characters
spirit
and
bombs.
unleash powerful attacks. Get ready to shake the earth and break the heavens when Dragon Ball Sparking Zero launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems
Cool.
November 14th. Pre-orders begin later today.
It's not one I'm
on
personally
Nintendo
interested in for
eShop.
Switch, but it's one that needed to
Time
come
get
over.
Back to your roots.
Oh, look at the EA support here. Good for them. Is this going to be a new one or an old one? I used to love this game in high school. It's what everyone's just playing because it's so easy to run. The leaks were real. I didn't see any leaks. So I will stay away from the leaks. Since we're sat here already. How did this never come to Switch? It's been what, like 8.5 years of Switch? And EA's like, hey look, here we go. Plants vs Zombies. Good for them, dude. Good for them. Cool.
The club is yours.
This is one I would like to see gameplay of. I actually would like to get FC on Switch. I haven't played a FIFA or a EA FC in a very long time.
Well, I haven't seen that one before.
Hopefully it's content parody, I guess. Hopefully. I think the actual other FCs
Get
on Switch did.
reacquainted with these games.
Repack. Oh dear.
Welcome to
dear.
the party, Pac-Man.
Yummy.
Pac-Man World 2 is coming back, remade from scratch. Through
Far Cry
forests
games, yeah.
or on
I would
ice,
love to see like a
use
bunch of Ubisoft
fantastic
games.
moves to clear stages in style, and even take on powerful bosses.
Just like every publisher's array of games
Plus,
from
now you can
start of the
adventure with a
PS4
pal
till
in
now.
local co-op.
That'd be great.
Pac-Man World 2 Repack launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 26th.
Cool.
Pre-orders begin
Looks okay.
later today
Like I'm,
on Nintendo
you know, I'm
eShop.
not interested enough to get it probably. But
Lead your party of black mages,
on Fantasy Tactics.
dragoons, and other allies to victory
Be a good
in
place
the
to play
beloved
it.
strategy RPG Final Fantasy Tactics.
Cool.
Reborn with newly added elements.
This was announced at the State of Play a couple of months ago. I don't love like what
The
they've done
game
to
is
the
now
art,
fully
smoothed out the
voiced
pixels
and
and
adds
things.
brand new dialogue between characters,
Still looks
But
good though.
still, I know that he and I are different.
as well as new difficulty options, a feature to review story events, and more. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 30th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. When the clock strikes midnight,
Oh hell yeah!
shadows emerge and the dark
Persona
hour begins.
3 Reload.
Step
Beautiful.
into
This
the
is one I
shoes of
wanted.
A high school student who, together with
In
his
saying that, I do
friends,
have it on Steam Deck.
awakens the supernatural
would like to play it on
power
Switch.
of Persona.
I like my Switch 2 better.
Attend class and explore the city during the day as you forge bonds with every interaction. Then, battle through the mysterious
Hopefully get
Tower of
Metaphor
Tartarus
Fantasio as well.
and strategically take down
Heavy hitter's not going to lie.
shadows at night.
Absolutely.
Enter the dark hour and seal your fate when Persona 3 Reload launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system October 23rd.
Beautiful.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay. Ooh, here we go. Koei Tecmo with Age of Imprisonment. Hell yeah. Give us a juicy release date for this. Fuck. Oh,
Given an opening, he will bear
that
his
Tears of the Kingdom
thanks.
music, dude, just, oh. Makes me cry, holy shit.
Until Hyrule itself.
This is my most anticipated game now. Now that Donkey Kong's out. I want to hit the shit out of all
Be
these
that as
enemies.
it may, we face it together.
I hope it really sort of like tells a canon story as well.
You sought it from Hyrule of all places.
That'd be sick.
This is madness.
There is danger here.
Yeah, the other Hyrule Warriors got announced at a third-party
Enormously so.
direct as well. Age of Calamity did, which is pretty cool. Give us a release date. You're not going to, are you? Oh my god, you're gonna bash the crap out of shit with that. Oh,
That was the latest trailer for Hyrule
Let me know when I can
Warriors
play it.
Age of Imprisonment. We hope you're looking forward to experiencing the canonical events that led to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom game when it launches this winter. We'll share more information
This
on
winter?
this title
What,
in
now?
the future. Let's continue with some more games coming to
it's the last game out of
Nintendo
everything we
Switch
know
2.
from Nintendo that's coming out, so makes sense. There's no release date, I guess.
The realest Madden ever, built from Sundays.
This is one I can really
It's
check out.
game time. Kick
Check
off
out
your
all-
journey to become an NFL legend in the most dynamic Madden game yet. Rule the field with all new player traits and realistic play styles.
I tried Madden once,
Immerse yourself
and I thought I
in
could just like
authentic
throw the
team
ball around and
traditions
kick the ball and
strategize
do whatever in soccer,
playmaking
but
decisions with newly added features
it
to
was,
lead your
I
team
had
to
no idea. I've
victory.
never watched a game of
All built
American
from
football in my
real
life.
NFL data.
So I had no idea what I was doing.
In franchise mode, choose from 3 new archetypes to
I'm going to
begin your
get the
coaching
development wizard
legacy.
coach for
Or
sure.
become your favorite NFL coach, each with their own strategies.
Oh, mate.
Customize your
If you're a
game plan
team, you
by
want me as
selecting
the
new
coach.
abilities each week that offer different tactical advantages. Then
Although I'm
level
really
them
not
up to
interested in this, it's
fine-tune
super
your plays.
important that this is on
Plus,
Switch. This is one of the most
compete on the
popular
gridiron
games
in
year
local
after
or
year
online
in the
multiplayer.
United States. So this is one of the games
EA
that Nintendo
Sports
needs on their
Madden
platform
NFL 26
to be
touches down on
mainstream
Nintendo Switch 2
for third
August
parties.
14th.
So very
Pre-orders are available
kind of
now
exciting, but
on
it's here.
Nintendo eShop. A cozy campfire is calling.
Is it though?
Calling all
It's a bit cold
camping
outside.
enthusiasts. Build campfires
Chilling
in this
by the
cozy
fire.
fire building sim. Chop wood. Arrange the pieces. Then light them up. But if you don't fuel the flames
I played this game
properly,
earlier, trying to light the
they'll
fire here.
fizzle out. To stoke your campfire,
But I
place
used the
logs
Jiffy.
based on the
I used the
fire's
Game Shark
strength.
code. I used the
Let enough
Jiffy.
oxygen flow through and maintain the right amount of heat. Don't let wet logs dampen your fire. Dry them before tossing them in the flames. And when you want to create an even bigger fire, just blow on it. Sometimes, though, a little patience is all you need.
I love cozy games where
roast
you
some
do
marshmallows
nothing.
or set off
But
fireworks
this seems a little-
to light up the sky.
A little bit much.
You can also get the flames going in rainy or snowy conditions.
I would need to do
But
yoga
try
and play this game, I
mastering
think.
your campfire making skills first. With a compatible USB camera, you can enjoy
Okay, that's
each
pretty
other's
funny.
company around the campfire.
Oh, I love the Switch 2 camera,
you might
dude.
even strike up
good
some
use of it, actually.
interesting conversations.
I bet.
Relax and stay a while. When chillin' by the fire sparks to life on Nintendo Switch
Maybe Josh
2
and I should get that, record the
later
podcast
today.
in it. Later today. All right, it won me with the camera
Fight
support.
battles big and small in these games.
Okay.
Apex Legends is coming to Nintendo Switch
Cool.
2.
Another big game that the
Squad
masses
up
like
and
to play.
survive 19 other teams in Battle Royale.
EA's
Or
showing
show
up.
off your skills in mixtape. where you'll
showing
take
up more
on
than they
3
ever have.
rotating game modes.
Even though
Plus,
this
both
was
Battle
on
Royale and Mixtape
Switch,
have
but
enhanced resolution and smoother performance.
God, I hope so.
Build your crew and aim for victory when Apex Legends launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system August 5th, along with the
COVID
new
simulator.
season, Showdown.
You're outside. Maybe if it was inside. Oh, it's Rat Boy.
Cure a witch's illness. Her tiny familiar embarks on a grand adventure.
That looks pretty sweet.
With your magical froggy backpack in tow,
Oh,
you can
I
climb,
think I've seen this.
pull,
I like that idea.
and even swing to greater heights. Explore
no.
this vast world and gather ingredients
Is that
to
a
create
magpie?
a cure for your enchanting ally.
Is this Australian?
Plus, up to 4 players can journey together
Those look like
in
our bins.
online co-op. A Little Mouse's magnificent adventure begins when Hella launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year.
That looks pretty sweet. That's a good wish list game.
Explore a galaxy.
Alright, let's see what this looks like. The little glimpse we got before looked a bit
Embark on
rough.
a journey across the iconic galaxy
Looks
far,
pretty good.
far away in this open world
Considering we're
action-adventure
playing this
game
on a tablet.
taking place between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi films. You'll take on the role of Kay Vess, who
Very
along with
blurry.
her
You can tell the
companion
upscaling's
Nix,
doing a
is
lot of work.
fighting for her freedom. Explore distinct
Hopefully
locations,
it hides it when
both
it's just on
new
the
and
handheld screen.
familiar, as you fight, steal, and outwit your way through the galaxy's crime syndicates and gain the means to start a new life. Traverse through space by ship on Kay's Trailblazer or by land on her S-57 Cardinal Speeder and take on quests that blend stealth and shooting with some puzzle-solving mini-games in between.
So when this game first
Embark
came
on
out, I wasn't
high-stakes
interested in it, but the
missions.
idea of it on Switch
Engage
2,
in
I'm like,
dogfights as you travel
I'd like to try it,
across the
especially
Outer
just to see
Rim, and get ready to
how
live
third-party
the
games
life
work
of a
on it.
scoundrel when Star Wars Outlaws launches on Nintendo Switch 2 September 4th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. Survive the future. Salvage the past.
Borderlands?
As an agent of a secret
No.
collective, you'll travel between a future plagued by anomalies and a past on the verge of collapse to uncover the mysteries of this world.
It's like Dead Space, but not really.
In the future, dangerous creatures born from the remnants of humanity prowl the wasteland.
Called Orphans. Oh no.
You'll need to craft
They're
ammo
gonna
and
get ya.
supplies with limited resources to fend off brutal enemies. But don't let your guard down after defeating them.
I played Dead Space a few years ago. I hated it.
If a monster absorbs a fallen enemy, it'll evolve into an even more nightmarish form.
Oh, good.
So act quickly to dispose of enemies.
Nah, I'll just leave this one for the other people to play, I think.
You'll also come across rifts that allow you to travel back in time by extracting the essences of people you meet in the past. You can strengthen your own abilities. However, there's a price to pay.
Oh dear.
You'll be haunted by visual and auditory illusions and lose your grip on reality. What caused the world to collapse? And what is the true mission you've been tasked with? Chronos, The New Dawn, launches on Nintendo Switch 2.
I've heard the name. I haven't
September 5th.
seen any gameplay from it. Bloober Team, though.
The
They do good horror
dragons
games.
of the East and West clash.
Yeah, more Yakuza games.
極道の世界で竜と呼ばれる男は一匹でええんですわ。あんたもそう思いますやろ。
Yakuza Kiwami 2 is brawling its way onto Nintendo Switch 2. Kamurocho Tokyo, Sotenbori Osaka.
Cool.
Two prolific entertainment
Yeah, so
districts in
Kiwami
Japan,
1
where
was
the
already on
former
Switch. I
dragon
hope
of
they get
Dojima,
Kiwami 1 gets the
Kazuma
Switch
Kiryu,
2
faces
version.
down the dragon of Kansai, Ryuji
So I want to play them all on
Goda.
Switch too, but I don't want to play the Switch version.
Use free-flowing combat moves to take on foes in action-packed brawls. Duke it out using your fists, weapons, and everything else at your disposal. Plus, there's still plenty else to do around the cities. Enjoy darts, karaoke, and even golf. There's no shortage of things to do. A deadly clash between two dragons begins when Yakuza Kiwami 2 launches on Nintendo Switch 2, November 13th. And Yakuza Kiwami,
Awesome.
the story that launched the epic series,
I was hoping they were
is
gonna
also
follow this
launching
up.
on Switch 2 the same day, featuring enhanced graphics, improved frame rates, and additional language support.
Is it for free or is there an upgrade for people already? No.
There are plenty more games heading to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Let's take a quick look.
Okay. Borderlands 4. Cool, cool. Shinobi. It's getting a Switch 2 version, is it? I hope so. This is where we'll see Soup Song. NBA bounce. What about an NBA jam? Who's gonna feel that? Cool. Manson Saga 2 is getting a Switch 2 version. They say available today. Nice. So no Switch 2 version for Shinobi.
Before we go, we've got 2 more games to show you. Please take a look.
What is it?
To pass through that door is to pass through time.
Oh my god.
To travel a road spanning centuries.
No, I heard time
From
Square
here,
Enix. So surely
heroes
not.
set out on a journey of hope.
Square Enix presents a brand new action RPG brought to
Ooh.
life in HD 2D.
Action RPG. I love the look of these games,
This
dude.
is Philabilidia, a continent overrun by beast tribes.
Philabilidia.
A
All
spell
right.
of safekeeping is all that protects humanity's sole bastion.
Gotta
the
keep that chicken
Kingdom
away
of
from your
Huda.
town.
One fateful day, a set of ruins is discovered in the wilds beyond the castle walls. An adventurer, Elliot, leaves the kingdom to investigate.
Facing danger is what adventurers do.
At his side is a fairy named Faye.
You can call me Faye. I'm a fairy.
Together, the duo
You can
venture
call me
beyond
Faye.
the kingdom's
I'm a
protection
fairy.
into the great wide world. During your journey, you'll come face to face with all sorts of foes. In battle, study your opponent's moves carefully and find opportunities to strike. Fight with swords for quick and well-balanced strikes. Bows and arrows to target enemies from afar.
This game looks great.
Chains and sickles to swing and pull enemies closer, and more. There are 7 weapon types in total, but that's not all. You can also strengthen your weapons by equipping different combinations of magicite. Try out
Magicite.
all sorts of variations to find the playstyle that works for you. Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack and pick up items.
Good for her.
You can control both Elliot and Faye separately, or 2 players can control them at the same time. You'll find that she's very helpful on your adventure. Join Elliot and Faye on a grand journey that, unknown to them, will span a
Yeah, I do too,
1,000
Compy. This game looks gorgeous. Definitely one I'm interested in now.
Adventures of Elliot. The Millennium Tales launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year.
Got a little bit to wait.
After today's presentation, a
Oh.
debut demo will be available.
Well, we might be doing
and there
that.
will be an upcoming survey to gather player feedback.
I'd love to give it a go. Absolutely. That looks great. What's this one? We're going to finish on.
In the beginning, there was nothing.
Oh.
Everything began with the birth of Orsa, mother of all. She created our world, the land of Orstera.
Oh. Cool. New Octopath Traveler game. They're cooking over there. Absolutely
Are you
cooking.
heading out on your journey? Yes. I suppose the time is right. You're finally ready.
We've come to join your little lighting ceremony.
You have a death wish?
I wish I could see everyone here, laughing and smiling just one more time. Are you going to rebuild Wishvale? Or are you going to find the people who took our home from us?
Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera.
Oh, wow.
Octopath Traveler
This year
Zero
too. Nice.
is available on December 4th, 2025.
Awesome.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase.
Not bad.
Thank you for watching.
Cool. There's some good things in there. Got from Capcom, Sega, Square Enix, EA had a lot. Bandai Namco. Yeah, they all showed up. Obviously not everything I wanted. There was a lot of sort of stuff I went, oh yeah. But yeah, Ubisoft had one thing. I was kind of hoping for, what's it called? Assassin's Creed Shadows or something. Because it sort of, I don't know if it was a rumor or got leaked or whatever. But yeah, pretty cool. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Love to hear what you guys thought of the show. Anything that you're excited to get into and start playing. I'm going to find a list of everything that just happened and see if we can do a bit of a wrap-up post-show. But yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, Kompai, you're hoping for Hades 2. Earlier today, I kind of thought that was a shoo-in, actually. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a shoo-in. No Silk Song. Didn't expect Silk Song. It seems like they're pairing up with Xbox very soon to start ramping up marketing for that game. No Silk Song, yeah. I'm looking at there's a lot of L's in the direct chat at the moment. A lot of sad faces. Someone said Wii U. It's going that fast, I can't really read it. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. Sorry about that, everyone. All right, let's go to IGN. Because who will be quickest? Who will be quickest, everybody, to get a list? IGN, they're getting paid for this. You know, if I go to like Nintendo Life or something, well, Nintendo Life, they're a paid staff. They should do it. They've been. See what we can find. If you guys find a list as well, let me know, and we'll jump into I guess a House of Mario episode and talk about it. But I think ultimately there's nothing like I'm too excited for. Like I'm just on my Nintendo Life now. Let me just go back over. So like I'm looking at the article here that East 10 Nordis will be able to switch players to transfer clear data to Switch 2. So this is honestly this is a game that I actually want to play on Switch 2. I wanted to play it last year, but didn't have the time to get it, and I didn't buy it. So yeah, that's one I would like to play, and that's honestly one that could have been in there. There's a heap of games that have been in there previously that we know about, but they just weren't here. Like, oh man, feel a little bit rough. But it doesn't seem like they have one yet. They're doing individual stories for each one. Let's check IGN. See if we have any. Also doing individual stories, which is also fine. All news. Everything announced. Maybe this is a story they keep updating. Here we go. Look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is what we want. Although it's not fully updated yet. So we might leave it a little second to update, see how it goes. Dolphin Pants said it was fine. It was fine. It wasn't like too exciting, was it? It wasn't. Games of Our Dreams didn't get announced or anything like that. Which, like you said, is fine, but seeing a little bit more of Age of Imprisonment was pretty cool. no release date or anything. I kind of would like to see a release date for that if you're going to show some more. But like that music was just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So while we wait, let's go to Nintendo of America's YouTube channel and we'll see what videos they've got up. So they've got some of these trailers already. I guess I could just use this too. They're on order of how they were shown, but I've got to watch that Age of Imprisonment trailer again. Like how that music started was just so good, dude. Like, this might be one of my favorite soundtracks, Tears of the Kingdom. Hello, Zach. How you going? It was meh. Yeah, but Persona 3, really cool. Really cool that we got that.
Given an opening, he will bear his fame.
And this trailer was dope. I loved this.
Until Hyrule itself is no more.
Just that start, man. So yeah, fantastic. Persona 3 Reload looks pretty good as well, just from the gameplay that was shown, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I haven't played Mario Paint yet, actually. Just looking at the video down here. Alright, let's go back out of there. I would like just to rewatch. Like, out of these games, I'm just looking at what I would actually like to get. I think Monster Hunter Stories 3, I love the look of it. It looks great. Already got Sparking Zero on PlayStation. But I would like to get EAFC. I would like to get Persona 3 again on Switch. Obviously, Zelda's an obvious one. Madden, no. Final Fantasy Tactics, no. I would like to try the Tactics games, but don't need to buy a brand new one. How's this one pronounced? Is it Hella or? Because I think this one looks pretty good. Like it looks like it could use a little bit more fidelity in its environments and things. But as far as like running on Switch 2, it looks great. I like the idea of like the frog backpack and everything. It looks really cute. I love the idea of like playing as like a realistic animal. You're off to bed, Compire. Well, thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate it, mate. I hope you have a good sleep and enjoy your day tomorrow. So yeah, I really appreciate it, mate. Star Wars Outlaws. I would like to play it. This might be one I'm interested in just from like a hardware perspective. Like I would like to play the game, but I'm not like, I probably wouldn't be that excited to drop the $100 or whatever they're probably asking. So this might be one that I maybe try and get a review code or something for the channel. That might be an idea for that. I love to cover it. But yeah, just as far as my own funds go, I don't get that excited to want to spend a full price on it, especially when it's like $30 or whatever on PS5 and all that at the moment. Chronos, no. Yakuza, yes, I would like to get to them eventually. I've got Zero at the moment on Switch 2. So yeah, play through that and I'll eventually play through them all, hopefully on Switch. They'll keep updating them with ports. And looking at it like this, it was kind of bare bones. EA showed out. Capcom, announced a brand new, relatively big game. Ubisoft had 2 games. Sega had one? Yeah, looks like one. Bandai Namco with a couple. So yeah, not like a big heap of publishers, but it's what it is. All right. Chilling Fire has me slightly curious, but I think it being a shadow drop is probably inflating my interest. Yeah, I think that too. I looked at it when they were showing it and been like, no, like I like cozy, relaxing games, but maybe not necessarily that laid back. But the idea of like using the Switch 2 camera could be kind of cool. I kind of like the idea of that sitting on the campfire. Maybe Josh and I can do a podcast in that one day. That's a great idea, actually. Just chilling out around the campfire and you can see our extremely pixelated faces. Be pretty good. But yeah, all right, I might jump into the House of Mario. I'll play the intro, hit the record button, and I'll do the post-show wrap-up. I guess we'll just check again, see if IGN's updated their list. Is this all the games? It's not all the games, no. Maybe I would like a little bit more information about each game. See, if Nintendo actually sent me the press releases, it would help out quite a bit. But I'm stuck here like a silly Billy. My Nintendo news. Oh, it hasn't got the Octopath Traveler and all that stuff up. Mm-hmm. If anybody knows a good list, let me know. Maybe have a look on the Nintendo press site. Got to look it up on the Mac though. Make sure I've actually got some battery. Oh man, so hot in here, I'm sweating. Oh, get the laptop down, have a look. But man, it's late at night, 11 o'clock. My gosh. If Nintendo hasn't updated, I don't know who will. Those cheeky boys and girls at Nintendo. Tell me what I can buy. Tell me what I can buy. No, it's not. It's not in. It's not here either. Man, goodness gracious me. Don't worry about it then, I guess. I'll just look at the YouTube channel. Maybe if I update it, it'll be there now. Yeah, now it's there. All right. Go to the podcast scene. We're over here now. Hello, everyone. All right. Let's go. Boom, boom. G'day everybody and welcome to the House of Mario South Australian Nintendo podcast that is backed by a 120 Power Star rating. I'm your host Drew Agnew and the doors to this bonus episode covering the Nintendo Direct presentation are open. It wasn't the biggest Nintendo Direct, it was just a partner showcase, but, you know, some games wouldn't go astray on Switch 2 at the moment. It's very exciting to get some games from some third parties that we didn't know about before, because I'm sick of playing Nintendo games. I want to play some brand new third-party stuff. And for the most part, we got some good showings from a handful of publishers, especially ones like EA that haven't shown up in a long time, but no Xbox, no Activision, though those were some of the bigger ones, but it seems like Xbox did not have dev kits, which is disappointing. But it is what it is. But we did get some other stuff that I'm excited about. We saw some good stuff from Capcom. We saw some good stuff from Sega, EA, Bandai Namco, and Square Enix especially. We got some big reveals at the end, which look great, and I'm sure a lot of people would be very excited for them. But yeah, it's I guess, I'm sure you can find something here that you're excited for. But we're going to quickly run over the games here and talk about some of them. Some you've had plenty of opportunities to play on other platforms, whereas others be brand new experiences probably coming next year. But the show opened with Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection. And this was pretty cool because it looked gorgeous, like the art style, very anime-esque, looks absolutely stunning. And I was very keen to play the first two games on Switch, but after buying Monster Hunter Stories 2 on the original Switch, like all those years ago, I remember the frame rate was one of the worst examples of performance on Switch I'd ever seen up to this point. Like, you got to an area or a town, and the frame rate went down to like 10 or 15 frames. It was unplayable, so unfortunately, I didn't get to play it. And I actually haven't tried it on Switch 2. I dare say that frame rate issue has been alleviated, and I would love to see maybe a Switch 2 edition or something, an upgrade for that game before this one comes out. But it looks pretty good, just from what we saw. I don't really know too much about the series, but it's one I'm definitely interested in, and I would like to give a try. I love JRPGs, I love anime art styles, and the idea of a JRPG Monster Hunter probably is more up my alley than like a more of a live service on the rotation, just getting parts and coming back and all of that. And I'm sure that's integrated into this game. But yeah, it looks great. Coming 2026, no release date. But next up, we got a Nintendo Switch game, because there were Nintendo Switch games at this Direct. And, it was kind of frustrating in some ways. Just for, I'd love to see some of these get Switch 2 editions as well, because I don't want to be playing at 720 like stretched out on my Switch 2 screen. I want that 1080p goodness, which would be great. But unfortunately not. But we got Once Upon a Camilleri. I tripped over it. I just want to apologize as well. I'm suffering from a bit of a cold at the moment, so I'm doing the best I can. But whenever it comes to doing a Nintendo Direct sort of reaction, I'm always very, very keen to do them. So even if I do regret it in the morning, which I probably will, I will do it anyway. But Once Upon a Camilleri, it looks great. I haven't really gotten into the series, but I've bought a couple on deep discounts on Switch. So, I'm going to play them before I get into this. But looking at the trailer for this, it really did look like a lot of fun. Just the soundtrack as well, what was playing in the background, looked great. Seems like you could collect music and all of that. Reminds me a little bit of the Donkey Kong trailer when I was listening to it. I'm like, this music bops. So hopefully Camilleri fans really do enjoy it. Another one just coming to Switch is Just Dance 2026 edition. And I've never played a Just Dance, but honestly, if I did, I probably honestly would really enjoy it. Just Dance, I like getting up and mucking around and using motion controls, all of that. So it might be a game I actually enjoy, but buying it, that's another thing in itself. But it would be fun to do. Dolphin Pants in the chat earlier when I was reacting to it over at youtube.com/iDrewby, he said that Josh and I should do it for a house brawl. So, don't know, maybe one day we will be on the podcast playing Just Dance, but that requires us to buy it, so probably not. But next up, we got one that we were waiting for a long time. We got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This game came out late last year, I think around September, October on other platforms. So great to see it, but it's actually coming to both Switch and Switch 2. So coming to both. I didn't expect it to be able to function on Switch, to be honest with you, and maybe it can't, but it's coming to it. So very cool. I've already bought the game, so it's not something I'm interested in, but totally a pretty cool game to have portably, just to put down in tabletop mode and play it that way. It looks great. So, you could tell that it's running on a portable. The aliasing and everything looked like it was a little bit more extreme than running on the powerful consoles, but I'm glad it's there. It looks like it's going to play well in handheld mode. Foolish Fuji, welcome to the chat. The man in his hoodie. Hello, Drew. Yes, I am in my hoodie. I am quite sick tonight, and my voice is going to be fried after this. So it's not going to be a really long post show, but we are going to enjoy it. Neil, the BC fan 64. What's up, dude? Not much, man. I'm enjoying sitting here yapping to myself in my lounge room, trying to stay quiet so my kids don't wake up. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're both here. Next up, this was a pretty funny one, actually, while I was reacting to it. We got Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. So this is a pre-order trailer. And I was laughing because it's like, seriously? Plants vs. Zombies never came out on the original Switch. It's just like one of those things like EA with Plants vs. Zombies, Peggle, other mobile-esque / arcade games. How did they never, ever come to the platform? It's just baffling, man. I don't understand exactly why that is, but here we are. But that's up for pre-order. When's it come out? So the thing is, I haven't got any lists just yet, but you can pre-order. It's coming out later this year, I believe. I want to check the video, but I also don't want the sound to come blasting through. I guess I can turn that down now that we're actually not reacting to it. Let's go into the trailer itself. You can hear a bit of the audio. What do we got here? Because this is honestly like a really good fit. So October 23rd. So get amongst it if you feel like it. Honestly, it's a great addition to have on Switch. It's just pretty funny that we haven't got it. just yet. But pretty frustrating, nevertheless. But it's here now. I'm sure you can pay full price for it. Next up, we got FIFA FC. It's coming out September 26th. And this is one I'm actually looking forward to. I'd love to have a portable version of what was FIFA, but is now EA Sports FC 26. And this is probably a really good fit for Switch because I don't believe it really ran that well on Steam Deck, and going through like EA's logistics of having it on PC, not really a good fit for the PC handheld. So having a console edition on the go that can go into your pocket, really great. So I'm looking forward to getting into it. I love football games, but haven't played it in a long time. So we'll see how that all goes. But next up, we got Pac-Man World 2 Repack. And I remember this game. I don't remember if this is a sequel to a game that's already out or it is just a remastered version. I assume just by the repack in the name, it seems like it's, just a repack version. But yeah, this game comes out September 26th as well. So if you want to get it the same day as EA Sports FC, go for it. What we got here? I give you 1 like. Well, thank you, Neil. I really do appreciate it, mate. That's awesome. That definitely helps out the stream. So, of course, I appreciate that. Foolish Fuji, you must have been triggered by my Google Nest because it started talking about arcade games. Well, I'm sorry to trigger your Google Nest this time of night, but I'm glad that's why I triggered it. I don't trigger it because I'm annoying it too much. One I was looking forward to from Sega is Persona 3 Reload. Having these Japanese RPGs, really important to have on the platform. You can get it October 23rd. So I'll probably be picking this up on Switch 2. I do have it on Steam Deck, but I honestly prefer the Switch 2. At this point, who knows? I might the honeymoon phase might wear off eventually. But yeah, coming to Switch 2, it looks great. It looks like it did on other platforms. I guess we'll just see how the resolution holds up on Switch 2, but I'm sure it'll be fine. 1080p handheld, beautiful. That's all we need. One that I was really excited about, and honestly wasn't that surprised we're getting here, is Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. We got a brand new trailer, no release date, just says winter like it has before. But this trailer, man, got me hyped. Like this music, dude, at the start, like Tears of the Kingdom music, I love it so much. It's amazing. Just absolutely fantastic. I realized people listening live couldn't hear that, but the podcast listeners will be able to hear it because it's recording onto the roadcaster there. But still very excited for this. I believe this is now my most anticipated game, with Tears of the Kingdom being my favorite Switch game. So going back into that world, the music, all of that, and the Dynasty Warriors gameplay, just hacking and slashing, being a part of the war makes a lot of sense. So yeah, my only sort of worry is just that hopefully we get actual story for Tears of the Kingdom, not what we got with Age of Calamity, where it was very much just, hey, imagine if this happened, and then it's just completely different. I think it worked fine for that game, but for Tears of the Kingdom, I want to know exactly what happened to Zelda when she went back in time, because so much happened. She was back there for a long time, so there's a lot of story you could tell, so very excited about it. Next up, we got EA Sports Madden NFL 26. Now, I'm not a sports fan, and I'm Australian, so the whole thing of American football, I personally don't care, but this is massive. The first time to be on a Nintendo platform since Wii U or Wii. We never got a Madden on Switch. So this is massive. This is one of the games that is the best-selling third-party games. It's always in the charts. It's massive, especially in the US. So it's really important that Nintendo gets these third-party games on their platform. So I'm happy it's there, because if Nintendo want to, I guess take the next step, which I hope they would take with Switch, it needs to be more than just a first-party machine. You need to be able to play FIFA. You need to be able to play Madden. You need to be able to play Call of Duty, all of these things on there. Apex Legends, all of these just massive games that people absolutely love to play, and more importantly, spend money in, because the 30% of that goes straight to Nintendo's pocket. So that's where they can make a lot of money without doing anything apart from just having a successful platform. And that's honestly probably the most important thing that Nintendo missed in the Switch. Yes, they had a lot of third-party games. Indie games there were so many on there, but for like the big games, they were missing. You were spending that money on Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox. So hopefully this is the first step to get some of that cash. And who knows what that will lead to. That might lead to more resources for Nintendo themselves to make more games. Who knows? But I'm happy that Madden's there from that perspective. We got Final Fantasy Tactics. What is this one called? Final Fantasy Tactics. Let me let it load up. The Levius Chronicles, something like that. I don't know. I heard it and I'm like, what did you say? It comes out. What does it come out? September 30th. I've got to translate the American date there. But yeah, this one was announced at State of Play a couple of months ago on the PlayStation side of things. So pretty cool. Coming to both Switch and Switch 2, which is great. It's probably my preference for playing it in handheld for sure. So that's great. Next up, we got a Chillin' by the Fire. And this was, I guess, described as a cozy, relaxing game. Very much just chilling out around a campfire. Kind of a simulator in some ways because you got to, start the fire. You got to keep it going. You got to make sure there's enough oxygen to light the flame. If you've got wet wood, you've got to dry it out next to the fire. So I was very much just like, man, if I'm just sat here in handheld mode, just like bundling sticks, I'm like, man, that sounds... don't get me wrong, I like a nice cozy game. But dude, I don't know if I like it that cozy. Maybe just as a wallpaper with some flickering of the campfire. But I don't know if I need a game based on it. But when they showed off the Nintendo Switch 2 features of utilizing the camera, that's when I was very much just like, that's interesting. I like the look of that. Because one of my favorite new features of the Switch 2 is game. I think it's a really clever idea how they, put the faces over the player character. It integrates it straight into the game. So it reminds me of some of those VR games where you're in a space together, and it is very much about just hanging out. And it seems like, above their heads, they got some of these players, they got level 3. So I guess the idea is to sit around, chill out, and then there's like experience about, keeping your fire going and all that. So it could be kind of interesting. It's out now. I don't have a price. But yeah, if it's not too expensive, if it's like under $20, I'll be all up for that. I don't have my Switch 2 near me right now, which is annoying. Maybe I could look at the eShop on my phone, but it always seems to be hard to find the eShop on my phone. Zach, Foolish Fuji, or anyone in the chat, maybe look it up for me if you can. Definitely would appreciate that. All right. Apex Legends. So this is coming to Switch as well. Pretty cool. This game was on Switch, but now, it'll run better. It might be a place you actually want to play it, which will be pretty good. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this works. The gameplay looked pretty decent. Not as shiny as your PS5 or your Xbox, but certainly, taking it to friends' places, just doing like local LAN, playing with each other. I think that's when the Switch 2 version will come up clutch, to be honest with you. Like, instead of setting up your PC, laptop next to one another, you just put down your Switch in tabletop mode and do it that way. I don't think I said anything about mouse controls or anything. I just thought about that then. I didn't see anything about that, but I also wasn't paying that much attention because, I'm not that interested in Apex Legends. But another massive game that is good to be on Switch 2, that needs to be on Switch 2. Massive free-to-play game, first-person shooter from EA as well. EA might have had like some of the most games here, which is crazy. Eggman, what did you say in the chat? I'm a bit surprised at some of the smaller devs that showed up. When we hear Nintendo were selective or handing out dev kits, it's interesting to see that they see some that they deemed worthy here. Yeah, you are right, actually. Like, they looked at the game, the Cozy Campfire game, and be like, all right, you can have a dev kit. Now, I don't know the developers and their previous work and all of that. That might be something I'll look into for the full episode of the House of Mario next week. Might look more into some of that stuff to bring up there. But yeah, for sure. Maybe it was honestly like, hey, we got this game and we've got a great use for game chat. And that's why they got a dev kit. Like, hey, look, we're going to be able to showcase this feature really well because people can just hang out and chat. It's like game chat, but enhanced in some ways because you're actually doing a little bit of something. So that's my best guess, just why they had access to it. But yeah, I'm more and more interested about, what's it called? Chilling by the Fire. More and more interested. We got a cozy little game called Hella, which I really like the look of as well. You're a little mouse, you got a little froggy backpack. I swear I've seen this game somewhere, but we just came off Summer Games Fest, which had a million showcases, so it could have been at any one of them. But I like the look of it. Just going through these realistic environments as like realistic animals, apart from the little backpack. Pretty cool. So I'll be interested in this. It's one of those things where it'll be added to the wish list, or if it's a decent price, I'd love to give it a go, depending on when it comes out. When does it come out? 2026. No date. But Nintendo Switch 2 and no Switch 1. So that's interesting as well. It definitely looks like a game that couldn't really run on Switch. So there is that. We got a better look at Star Wars Outlaws. And this is a game I'm interested in. I was never interested in Star Wars Outlaws. Oh, that's interesting. I just realized I thought I clicked on the trailer, but it's a developer featurette. That's pretty cool. So I might watch that after. That's pretty cool. Yeah, nice. Is there a trailer for it then? I'll go back into it, see if there's a release date at the end. But it came out September, didn't it? Yeah, September 4th on Switch 2. And by the look of the game, you could obviously tell that it's running on a handheld device compared to what it was before. But the idea of playing it on Switch 2, it actually does excite me a little bit more to play it on there. Like, I've fallen off Star Wars since they completely butchered it with the last trilogy. And I haven't really been interested in any of the TV shows or anything. But handheld mode, I could really see myself sort of just enjoying this for what it is. So yeah, I would like to cover this on the podcast and the channel, when it comes out, hopefully. We'll see how we go. Whether I can get a good deal on it or, maybe a review code or something. Yeah, it's all up to how the finances and the luck is at the time. But yeah, pretty cool that it's out. So that was our one Ubisoft look. We didn't get any Assassin's Creed, which is fair enough, but I would like to see some more Ubisoft games because the Ubisoft backlog could have been really impressive. All the Far Cry games, Assassin's Creed games, the list goes on. So hopefully we see more of that coming out. We got to look at Chronos: The New Dawn, and this is a game that I've only seen by the name of the game, and I'm like, I think I was in my feed. There was a kind of funny preview for it. I'm like, I don't know what Chronos: The New Dawn is, and this is the first time I've ever seen it, so I don't know what it looks like on other platforms. But looking at it here, I'm very much just like, absolutely not. I played through Dead Space, and I hated it. So this looks like a puzzly Dead Space. And the idea of like these creatures called orphans, which look a lot like the monsters or whatever they were called from Dead Space, and they can sort of take in other orphans and become stronger and all this, like absolutely not. But if you're a survival horror fan, it looks pretty impressive. So I'll be interested just to hear what, the guys that Kind of Funny and other people that reviewed the game thought about it. But certainly looking at it, certainly not my type of game. Dead Space, I was like, I want to try the survival genre, the survival horror genre, and we'll see if I like it. And I did not like it. I didn't like fixing the ship and going over there, over there, over there, over there. It wasn't that much fun for me. So we won't be doing Chronos. We will not be doing that. But we did get some Yakuza games, and I was very excited to see Yakuza Kiwami 2. So this was, I guess, the next game in the series after Zero, and we already got Kiwami 1 on the original Switch. So seeing this, I was like, great, I want to be able to play through this series on Switch, and it seems like Sega is bringing the games gradually to the platform, which is great. They look great, they run great. The director's cut or whatever on Switch 2 of Zero runs fantastic. So very happy to see that, but the biggest thing I wanted to see was like, hopefully we get a Switch 2 edition of Kiwami, because otherwise, if we have to go back to the Switch version, it's going to be so out of place, like going back to that type of performance, even on the original Switch, even on the Switch 2. So yeah, I'm glad that that's getting its own version on Switch 2. Now, there is no Switch 2 edition, there is no upgrade and Sega seems to have neglected this in their launch lineup. So it seems like there will be no upgrade if you already have the game. I guess fortunately enough for me, I haven't bought it. So good. But yeah, if you've bought the game and you're looking to play it on Switch 2, Kiwami 1, you have to buy it all again. So a little bit disappointing there, but cool the series is coming over gradually one by one. All right, we got some like a bit of a reel of games. We got NBA Bounce. Looking at this game, it didn't do much for me necessarily. I sort of think about NBA Jam, obviously, but this looks like I don't know. I don't want to count it out. It's probably like a very fun arcade basketball game. So I'd love to give this one a try, bit of a demo or something. But do we have a release date for it? It doesn't look like we do. And it seems like it's just coming to the original Switch as well. So, I mean, games without that Switch 2 logo, I'm like, I kind of, unless like they're good games to play on my OLED Switch Lite, I'm kind of not interested. I don't want to play 1080p games, you know? Hello Kitty Island Adventure. We've got the Wheat Flour Wonderful Island DLC reveal. I don't know if this was already on the iOS version or whatever, but pretty cool. This was a game that I wanted to give a go, but yeah, I didn't want to buy it for full price. I think Hello Kitty as well. There's no Switch 2 edition for that. It's just the original Switch version that came out last year. Got ported. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. That game came out Switch last year. Came out on all platforms. We're now getting a Switch 2 version. And this game is, I don't know, it's available now on Switch 2. Cool. So I'm just looking at the trailer. Excellent. And this game is one that I really want to play. It's a game that originally came out on the Super Famicom or the Famicom. And it only got released in English on Switch, actually, like in the original version with a translation. And they've done a full 3D remake of it. And I think what's really cool about this version of the game is that you can sort of tackle the game in any order. And the idea is taking down the Empire, but you do it like, I guess your character's age, and then like the next generation of your hero progresses in the story. So it seems pretty vast, and I really like the idea of it. So I would like to play it. I did buy this game on PS5. And I was playing a lot of games on PS5 last year, and I was finding the time pretty well to play through some longer RPGs on consoles on the TV. But I am finding now that it is really hard, like with the kids and the amount of energy and everything that I have when it's time to, you know, play games. I need these longer JRPGs, turn-based type games to be on Switch. Honestly, I need them on Switch too. So I don't want to buy it for full price, but I don't know. I assume there's not an introductory deal or anything like that, but it's definitely a game for the wish list. Zach got back to me. Chilling Fire. It's $22.50. That's probably pushing to what I would pay for that. But cool. I'll think about it. I'll consult Josh. If he wants to buy it and do a campfire with me, I'll be all about it. See, like stuff like that. If there's games that interact just like are spaces to just be in, and we can do podcasts and things like that, like it's going to be amazing. And like the next Animal Crossing that has camera integration, going to be really cool. Oh, Romancing Saga 2 is currently just under $60 Australian, $30 off. Do I want to spend $60 at the moment on a game that I'm not going to play just yet? Not necessarily. I'm playing Donkey Kong. I've got other things to play. We shall see. But it's good that it's got some cash off. Nice. They show off a little bit of Shinobi, The Art of Vengeance. This game's coming out relatively soon, I think at the end of August. Looks fantastic. Looks amazing. I really want to give it a go. Another game by Sega. Just the art style looks fantastic. Made by the same developers as Streets of Rage 4, which has a beautiful hand-drawn art style. Or did I just see a demo? Did I play the demo? Oh, I missed it. Play the free demo. All right, let's download a free demo. Now, I will say my disappointment with this is there is no Switch 2 version, so we'll be playing at 720p, which, you know, is something that I'm not all that keen about. So if I do play it, see, yeah, I've got choice, which is good. So maybe I'll play it on Steam Deck, but honestly, maybe this is actually probably a good fit for my Switch Lite. OLED screen, D-pad, really small, So it's actually probably not that big a deal. If I play it over there, it's fine. I need to get that demo though. That sounds good. All right. Eggman says The Adventures of Elliot has a free demo up as well. Brilliant. So we're going to talk about that very soon. But next up, we've got Borderlands 4. Saw a little bit of this. We have got like a director's commentary and things like that on the YouTube channel before. I believe it comes out later, like a month later than the other platforms. Where's the release date? October 3rd. It comes out September sometime on PS5, Xbox, and PC. It's a little bit disappointing that there's a delay, but it's not too long. I'll have plenty to play in September, so not too big a deal. I think Pokemon and things come out September, so we'll see that. But I'm actually pretty keen for Borderlands. I'm looking forward to playing on the Switch 2 Pro controller. This is an amazing controller. Looking forward to using the sticks and playing it like that. But we're at the last 2 games, summarizing them up. Oh, sorry about that. I'm a bit snuffed up. My throat's hurting, but we're almost there. The second to last game we got 2 Square Enix games, both in the 3D HD art style, or 2D HD art style. And the first one was an adventure game, or action adventure game, called The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales. And this game looks absolutely amazing. I love the idea of this beautiful art style in what appears to be like an action-based game. It's not like Octopath Traveler or any of the other games that are done in this art style. It looks absolutely stunning. So I'm looking forward to playing it. It's kind of like Adventures of Mana, I guess, in some ways. Seems like it has RPG tendencies, but also, you're not taking turns, which is really good. So I'm very excited to play this. This game doesn't come out until 2026, but there is a demo up. You can give feedback to Square Enix. So yeah, this is going to be a great one. I always love to support Square Enix making these games. I'm sure they're very niche. I'm sure a lot of people look at it and go, why does it look so old? Why is it sprites? But man, every game could be sprites and I wouldn't care, especially when it's done in this 3D art style. Absolutely love it. Like Square Enix, you need to be commissioned by other role-playing game makers. I'm thinking Pokemon. A Pokemon RPG made like this is my dream. There's a few fan-made ones in works at the moment, but they don't look like this. They look like they're made by people that are doing it in their spare time. All the respect, I could not do anything that they're doing, but a Pokemon game or even a Zelda game or just any Super Nintendo game, every single Super Nintendo game needs to look like this. Absolutely fantastic. So looking forward to this. I'll play the demo for sure, and we'll come back to it and talk about it next week on the podcast. And the very last game, Octopath Traveler 0, that comes out, let me think, December 4th? Was it 4th? Yeah, it was. It was 4th. Excellent. So it comes out December 4th, and I haven't played through the other Octopath Traveler games. I bought one, and I saw the Octopath Traveler 2 on Switch was like $35 Australian the other day. I was very close, but I'm like, it's just that bit much when I kind of just want to get like a huge quantity of games to play. So I didn't end up getting that. I got like a few other smaller and cheaper games, but I was very close to getting it. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't catch exactly what the story and everything was to be a part of this, but I would be keen to give it a go. I don't know if I need to play it. By the name Zero, it seems like it's maybe a prequel or something, potentially. So, yeah, very excited that Square Enix has come out with 2 of these 2D HD games. Absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, that's all the games that we got here. We didn't get any Silksong. We didn't get anything from Xbox, Activision, all like the big third-party games. But we got the ones that I think a lot of us wanted. We wanted to see more from Sega, more from Capcom. I think Capcom, we could have seen some Resident Evil games, but, we didn't. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get them in due time. And I'm not exactly, personally, I don't know if I need them. But for sure, I think it'll be great to have more of those games on the platform. So, yeah, I think it was a good presentation overall. I would have loved to see more. I might just refresh IGN here, see if we get anything else that's come out in the meantime, maybe from a Japanese direct or anything like that. Doesn't seem like it has. Hitman Absolution sneaks in the Switch 1 later this year. Switch 2 in 2024. Okay. So another Hitman game. See, there's like other news stories too about East 10. Proud Nordics allows Switch 2 players to transfer clear data to the Switch 2. So that game comes out in Japan today. So that's actually a Switch 2 game I would like to play on Switch 2. Has a Switch version, but I would like the Switch 2 version. So there's a lot of games that I'm sort of waiting to come out and get announced. But yeah, I think a lot of people in the chat here, they were sort of like, meh. It's like it's one of those things, nothing big, like seeing a Call of Duty or Forza Horizon or something from the big players would have been very cool, but it was not to be, unfortunately. See it another day. But that brings us to the end of the show. I really do appreciate everybody that joined me here on youtube.com/iDrewby. If you're listening to this on podcast services, you can check out my reaction and the video version of the post show over on the VODs over at youtube.com/iDrewby. Really do appreciate it. But I've been talking for an hour and a half, and my voice is absolutely killing me. So I'm glad I was able to do the show. Obviously, I really enjoy it, and I wouldn't miss it unless I really couldn't do it. But hope there's something here that you guys want to play, experience, buy, have fun with, all of that. But I'm looking at pictures here now. We didn't see Final Fantasy VII Remake. We didn't see Elden Ring. There's a fair few things actually, like big games we didn't see even from Japanese publishers. So hopefully we see them soon. Because Final Fantasy VII Remake would be pretty cool to have on Switch. But we shall see. But until next time, guys, the doors to the House of Mario. Where's my button? Here they are. Doors to the House of Mario. They're closed. I'll catch you later.
The House of Mario, a Nintendo podcast, is proudly recorded in South Australia. It's hosted and produced by me, Drew Agnew, alongside my co-host, Josh, or JT if you like. Be sure to check out youtube.com/iDrewby, where I share all of my other content and stream the House of Mario live every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Australian Central Standard Time. Join the Homestead Discord to be a part of our growing community, chat with fellow Nintendo fans, and get involved with the show through our mailbox channel. And don't miss JT's fortnightly Nintendo podcast, Nintendo Maniacs. Each episode features a brand new guest, and if you love the House of Mario, you'll feel right at home there too.